Hello, everyone. A lot of people were here first. Yoshi, Kilo, Jay, Degan, No Name, Fargo, Luca, BMC. Let's see, Paul. Oh, hey, Paul. I feel like it's been a moment since I've seen you, but it's probably not true. Good morning, Feisty. Kaga, hello. Guys, are you typing in the chat at all? Or is this just not loading again on me? All right, a lot of people were here. There, now it's loading. Harvey was the first, well, second one. Yoshi was the first one on the portrait stream as well. Hello. Let's go ahead and get. No, that's not even up yet though. Why did I do that? Almost forgot I need to hit these buttons. Hello. Oh, yeah, I do always mute at the start, and it does always confuse people. I feel like you guys don't need to hear my clicky clacking or my mouse as I'm getting started and all of that stuff. So it's just a thing there. Let's get this going. Okay. Go, go, go. There we go. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Oh, he just popped up when I logged into my other account. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Hello, hello. Is that working or it's not showing live to me? So it's just not working. Okay. Let me stop it. Ari, someone asked it. Yeah, no, I heard as I was like walking away. I thought that was funny. Listen, I don't like. Oh, Catalyst. Vacation was fantastic, honestly. It was great. Much needed. Wait, can you even hear me? This is gonna annoy me. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, Linda. All right. We're going to pop this in over on why? Oh. Okay. Oh, thank you, Worthy. Type this in here real quick. I'm mostly typing this in on the portrait one and pinning it because I haven't gotten any. Normally, I at least get one, but I haven't gotten a single direct donation for a week. Well, not a full week, but a couple of days. Oh, okay. What is this doing? Okay, I don't know about that one. Okay, now it's up. Sorry, it just Twitch just wasn't showing it was on for me. My day has been great so far. I hope yours has been, Moose. Hey, Autry. Hello, everybody coming in over on the Tiki Talk streets. You all know the drill. Like, share, follow, etc. All of the good things. Send a daily heart me. Blah 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 blah. All of the good things, and we're getting this going. Oh, guys, I am like tired. We need some sleep. Thank you. Huh. Thank you, Autry. Where is this happening at? Uh, oh, never mind. Oh, goodness. Hey, Jacksonville. I know you're not going to be able to answer this question because I guarantee you're not even going to understand that. Does proximity equal distance? Well, thank you, Pixie. I appreciate that. Oh, thanks, Psych. Thank you, Psych. All right. TikTok guys, got to be sure to be double tapping that screen. You guys kind of run the live. We do not open the phone lines until we hit about somewhere between 2 to 5,000 likes, just depending on how I feel. So it just depends on how I feel. Mm. Okay. Oh, feisty, that's okay. No, but you don't need it. Good for you, Jonathan. Oh, thank you, Autry. I appreciate that. Man. People say dumb stuff all the time. All right. But I will also say over on well actually 1 second YouTube and hold on guys. All right. Thanks guys. Yeah, they are. They are more willing to lie. It's just what they do. And that's fine. They can do what they want. They always can lie if they so choose to do so. All right, guys. We'll get this moving. Oh, I didn't. I already did. Yeah, guys, if you are watching over on Portrait and you're a member, I would suggest going over to the landscape, especially if you have Tube Premium, because the chat's just typically nicer over there. There we go. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff on well, not necessarily interesting, but just interesting to me, I guess. So Donald Trump somehow expected blind loyalty to him from Collier, the Democrat that he pardoned for his bribery shit. So he after he got after he was pardoned by Donald Trump, he announced that he was going to run again for Congress. And Donald Trump is freaking out on his True Social, being like, oh my God, how about loyalty? Like, so Donald Trump expects that people should be loyal to him because he gives them a pardon. Yeah, like here, I'll even put it up here. It was just too funny to me. All right, so this is Donald Trump. I don't go to his actual True Social because it's spammy with oh my gosh, ads and shit. So he like went down this entire tirade right here, right? Whole ass tirade. Whoa, just did a whole thing. Like, poof. Okay, just typed a lot. But we can just go here. Only a short time after signing the pardon, Congressman Henry Cuellar announced that he will be running for Congress again in the great state of Texas as a Democrat, continuing to work with the same radical left scum that just weeks before wanted him and his wife to spend the rest of their lives in prison and probably still do. Such a lack of loyalty. Just saying. I'm just saying, it's just so, like, it's just so dumb. Let me do this in my best Trump impersonation real quick. Only a short time after signing the pardon, Congressman Henry announced that he will be running for Congress again in the great state of Texas, a state where I received the highest number of votes ever recorded. As a Democrat, continuing to work with the same radical left scum that just weeks before wanted him and his wife to spend the rest of their lives in prison. And probably still do. Such a lack of loyalty, something that the Texas voters and Henry's daughters will not like. Oh well, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Wait. So, is he admitting on True Social to offering pardons for a political boon? Is he saying, "Hey, I'll give you a pardon if you like, and I expect something back from that." So, he's acknowledging at that point that he's being bribed or using it as a type of blackmail. Yeah, that tracks. Listen, guys, my impression was not great. I'm not even going to try to do his voice because it hurts. Like, right? Like, I'm not trying to ruin my vocal cords. So I don't even try to do his voice. So I do it with the same level of stuff. I can do high-pitched voices, but I can't try to do his voice. I can do his cadence. That's about it. Yeah, he definitely wants a quid pro quo is what he's going on about. It's crazy. Maybe not crazy, but just laughable. Well, so Douglas, if I'm inferring it, can you explain to me, utilizing as much verbiage as you can, why Donald Trump expected loyalty, or why did he reference loyalty? Why did he specifically say such a lack of loyalty? Can you explain that to me in in great detail? Oh, just for you, Jakey Poo. I remember you. Shit ass fuck. Does that hurt your feelings? Let's see. Pardons are for sale in the gift shop right next to the red hats. Oh, that's funny. I like that one. I like that one so much. Pardons are for sale right next to those red hats. Which one, Auntie? There's a bunch of them. Pardon, yeah, you guys find your local pardon in the TikTok shop. Oh, does what's his name not have an answer for me? Douglas doesn't have an answer for me. Did Douglas run away? Okay, that's fine. I guess, wow. I don't know what that means, though, Auntie. I would need to know the name. Like, otherwise, I just don't know. Get your pardons here. Signed copy from President DJT. Sprinkle a little gold on it, why don't you? Just saying. Like. This is a vape. Somebody literally said this is a vape. You're telling me that my EOS lip balm is a vape. Y'all are hilarious. Such a vape. I'm just trying to move it back down because sometimes it gets stuck. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 35.
35. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Man, I'm Somalian and I live in Minnesota, you know. So at first I was supporting him. I even voted for the motherfucker. You know what I mean? But I don't like what you just said, what's it, a week ago, a couple of days ago about Somalians? I felt like I
Raspberry
was
kiwi is the flavor.
what? What do you mean about what you mean
I was
about raspberry?
answering somebody in the chat asking me about the flavor of my EOS lip balm.
Hell yeah. So basically, you know, there's a bad apple in every culture, every nation of people. You know what I mean? So there's about like over 100,000 Somalians that live in Minnesota.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
What year did you graduate high school?
2008.
It's possible.
What year did you graduate?
2010.
Okay, so yeah, I'm a Republican. You know, I'm more
So were you
aligned
born
towards.
in Somalia? Did you immigrate here or
I
were you
immigrated
born?
here. I
Okay. When did you
immigrated
get your
here.
citizenship?
I think my mom became a citizen in 2004.
I asked you when you obtained your citizenship.
2004. So basically,
No, you
if
said that's when your mom obtained her citizenship. I'm asking
and
when you obtained
automatically, look,
yours. No, that's
okay,
actually not how that works. You do have to get citizenship separate. Not all kids get citizenship at the same time as their parents.
as if they're under 18, they do. They
Mm.
become naturalized. I don't know. There's a loophole where any kid that's uh, under 18, once their parents become citizens, they automatically become citizens. That's actually one of the laws. So yeah, basically, you know, both my parents got shot. They made it out. We came to America in '95. Uh, but I became more of a Republican back in like 2012,
Okay, I don't
2011.
care about that. See, here's my issue, right? Is like you came in here and you just started saying whatever and not even letting me ask my general questions. Like
Oh, okay.
I
Go ahead.
truly
Go
don't
ahead.
care about someone's history or I used to vote Democrat, I used to be a Republican, whatever it is. Like
Okay,
I
ask away.
seriously don't care.
So you don't care if you get callers
No,
or
I don't care about your life story. I was just curious because you're using it as a point of reference. I don't know if you realize this, but it's a logical fallacy. It would be called what is it? Oh gosh. Yeah, position of authority. Like you're trying to argue from a position of authority. Like you're saying, I'm
yeah.
Somalian, so therefore I have some kind of knowledge on this. Except you
Well,
really don't. Like, I'm sorry that,
okay.
you and your people are being targeted. That was always
Okay.
going to happen. Unfortunately, with the Trump administration, he wasn't quiet about what he wanted to do when it came to deportation.
Okay, but you don't know what I know. You don't know if
And
I
you don't
have a
know what I
political.
know. So, woohoo, where do
Yeah,
we go from there? We don't.
so
Great.
you
I
don't
don't
gotta come off.
care.
You don't gotta come off rude, and you don't gotta come off like you know
Sir,
what I
I'm
mean.
only
You know my
responsible for the
history.
words that I say. The way that you
All you
interpret
gotta
it
do
is
is
your
be nice,
issue.
be nice, be nice,
You're the
be
one interpreting
respectful.
me as rude.
Ask away, ask away,
I'm
ask away. What question do you
sorry.
want to ask? What question do you want to ask me that the viewers would like answered?
Yeah, so
Ask
I
away.
originally I had asked you, are you still supporting Donald Trump? And you just went on, I did, and now I don't, and blah blah blah, which didn't
No,
even give
I
me the
do. I actually do,
you
but
literally said that you didn't, and then you went into this whole down like
I
down the
still
drain, down the
do.
rabbit hole.
I still
Oh,
do.
so
I
what
told
you're
you I
saying is
don't
that
like
you
what he
lied to me
said. I
earlier?
told you I don't like
Got
what he
it. So
said.
you lied to me earlier. Okay.
No, I.
Thank you for calling the
Yeah, I'm gonna
streamer.
say I'm
God damn. Coming in loud. For what reason? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello, I do support Donald Trump.
Okay. How old are you?
I am 42, ma'am.
42. And so
Yes,
what has
42.
Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Deported a lot of illegal immigrants.
Okay. So you support him for his deportation efforts.
That is correct.
Can you tell me, how do you know if someone is illegal?
Oh, God. I live very close to the border.
I don't care about your
This is,
anecdotes. How do you know if someone is illegal?
well, that's where I was getting to, ma'am.
Okay. Well,
Please
if
don't
you
be
just want to go
condescending.
into anecdotes, then I'm just going to disconnect the call. Are you able to have a conversation without going into your personal stories?
I understand what you're saying. There is
I'm
no
asked, this
probable
is
cause.
actually a yes or no question that I just asked you. Are you able to continue a conversation without going into your personal stories?
Yes, I do. I can.
Awesome. How do you know if someone is an illegal immigrant?
Um, because they don't assimilate, ma'am.
They don't
There's our culture.
assimilate. Sir,
No.
I don't know if you realize this, but assimilation has never been required within the United States of America. That's why we have places like Little China, Little Italy, Portugal. Like we have Chinatown in multiple states, right? Like multiple cities where they have these little pop-ups representing communities from other countries that have all congregated in one area and then built up from there. Little India, like, so assimilation has never been required within the United States of America. So are you telling me that every illegal immigrant, every person that lives in Chinatown must therefore be illegal because they didn't assimilate into American culture?
Oh,
How about Little
I
Italy?
understand.
How about Little India?
Okay.
Are they all illegal
Let me
now
know. Let
because
me know
they
when you're
live
ready
in
for the answer.
these? Oh, this would be like a yes or no answer. It's pretty easy because based off of your logic, the answer should be yes.
I mean, that's all you want for your obtuse questions. I understand.
It's not an
I
obtuse question.
understand
It's
it's
actually
nice
pretty
sitting in your
straightforward in
echo
what I'm
chamber.
doing, and I see that it has already offended you in some degree, is I'm testing your logic here. So
I
if the answer is
assimilated.
anything, if
I
the answer is
assimilated
any,
just
again,
fine.
I don't care about your personal story or your personal
I know you
life.
don't.
Yeah, I don't care. So I just want to
I
be
know.
very clear with you, right? Unless if your answer is anything but yes to the question that I just asked you about Chinatown, Little Italy, Little India, and these little pop-ups across the United States of America where people move to and then they stay within their own culture within the United States of
Minnesota
America
with
where they have not.
Somalians.
Hi, I'm
Yeah, of
literally
course.
still
All
talking.
those
Okay.
government, all those groups.
Hey, I would have if he had actually just, not interrupted me every 5 seconds. I'm glad, Trinity, that you think he is the best. Thank you for the 199. I do appreciate that. Thank you, JSM, for the jewels. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. How old are you? Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Hi, can you turn off the stream in the background?
Yeah.
Cool.
Can you hear me?
How old are you?
50.
50. 50, right? Not
Yeah.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure I heard it
Yeah.
correctly. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I do.
What specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Deportations, and I know when they're illegal. I know a fact when they're illegal.
How do you know?
You gonna ask me why?
How about you just let me ask my questions? Cool. So you see someone on the street and you can just tell if someone is illegal?
I'm in a position of hire, ma'am. So when they come to me, I can't give them a job because they're illegal.
Oh.
And it happens quite often. It happens
Okay.
hundreds of times.
Was that what I asked you? What question? Can you repeat back the question that I asked you?
Can you repeat the question that I asked you? I'm answering your question. You
Can
asked
you
me, how
repeat
do I
back?
know when I'm walking down the street? Do you walk down the street? Do you go outside?
I do, actually.
Do you go outside and see the gas is $2.40?
Oh,
Do you
so
go
now
outside
you're
and see a gallon of
diverting.
milk
Got it.
is
And you're
330
pivoting. Are you able to
$2.30?
stay on topic, or are you just up here to, I don't know, crash
Are
out
you here to
immediately?
keep a topic? Can you keep
Well, I
a
mean, I
topic,
was
or do you
actually
want to
asking
talk
you
about
one, and
inflation in
you immediately
2021?
went to something else different.
Like inflation in 2021 was
Oh,
7%.
okay. Hey, buddy, can you tell me this? What's your favorite flavor of
What's
crayon?
green plus green? What's your favorite? Learn how to say crayon first, because there's a Y in there, not crown.
I did. I
There's no
said crayon.
crown. You said crown. What's your
I
favorite
literally
flavor
said
of
crayon.
crown?
So what you're telling
Crowns
me
don't
is
have
you're not able
flavors
to answer a
unless
direct
you eat 'em.
question. Frankie, thank you for the jewels. Thomas says, why don't you just Google it? The reasons people support him are easy to find. You don't want the answer. Actually, no, they're not that easy to find. I'm literally asking people, and someone was jumping. That last guest was just jumping from topic to topic to topic because he couldn't answer my first question after he's the one that posited a claim saying that he can tell if someone is illegal or not. So I asked him, how can you tell if someone walking down the street if someone is illegal? And he said, because I hire people and that's how I can tell. I know when they show me their papers and it shows that they're not here legally. It's like, that's not walking down the street. That's in the process of you doing business. There is completely that's two different things. FSG, you're welcome. Thank you for pointing out the BS MAGA. Of course, that's what I'm here for. If you're not here to actually have a conversation, I will just end up hanging up on you. Thank you. I didn't do it for the jewels. I appreciate that. Ari, he's psychic and he can read minds. That's how we can tell. You right. I didn't give him enough credit. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Oh, it's you again. So I'm going to help you out, buddy.
Yes.
You said you like deportations, right? You like deportations?
I didn't say I like deportations. I never
okay,
said
well,
that.
you're
My
deported.
family.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 40.
40. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am.
Okay. What specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
He's deported them all. He's deporting them all.
Who?
He's deporting them all, getting rid of them all.
Who?
All the illegals.
Okay. And
Hey,
walking down the
hey,
street,
hey,
how can you tell if someone is an illegal immigrant?
because I unzip my pants and you suck my nuts dry.
Ugh. Listen, I appreciate the fantasy that you have, but I do charge for that, and I doubt you have the money to pay me. So if that's your fantasy, that would cost money. And I don't see you doing that. I'm not here to do therapy for you. Thank you, JSM, and not Tito. Oh my gosh, I cannot say that one. I didn't do it, and you sent it again. Thank you guys for all the jewels. I do appreciate that. We're definitely doing this again. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Awesome. How old are you? 45. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? No? Well, thank you, dude. You have a great one. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Awesome. How old are you? Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
In which case I would support his youngest son until he was able to run.
Okay. I didn't even ask any of that. So what has Donald Trump done in his 11
Why are you so
months in
cranky?
office? What has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
You're awesome.
Everything that man has done has been great for America.
Can you
I
be
would say,
specific on what has
yeah,
earned your
if you don't
continued
interrupt,
support?
yeah, if you don't
Well,
interrupt, I can be
sorry, I
specific.
automatically assume individuals such as yourself when you say everything that's all you have. And I assume that you didn't hear me when I said what exactly has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in
You
office.
didn't let me finish.
And that
though.
way, and it appears that you don't understand what the word exactly means in the context of that
You didn't
sentence.
let me finish though, right? You're just cranky for some reason. I don't know why. I think you need a dink in your ass, you bitch.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you couldn't afford that. We'll just put that out there. I am going to assume that you say you don't support anyone. It makes it hard to debater when someone has no clear stance, and this is done purposefully. So Jiwoo, so I'm going to help you out with something. Okay. So you are correct. I don't support anyone actively right now. And I'm going to help you understand why. For one, you did have a grammatical error. I'm not going to hang up on that one. Why you're also incorrect. Okay. So when I say that I don't support anyone right now, that's because there is no one for me to support. I don't support Donald Trump and his administration. I don't support the Republican Party that is actively sitting in Congress. The Democratic Party is sitting on their fucking asses and they're not doing shit to actually help the American people either. So they have done nothing to earn my support. If someone believes that someone in the position of authority, someone that is a politician, deserves my support, what have they done to earn my support? Politicians represent us, they work for us. So if they want my support, then they must have done something to earn it. It is not given freely, it is not given up just as is. And if you don't understand that, Jiwoo, I'm sorry. That's why I'm trying to help by explaining it to you. This is not done, quote, purposefully. This is done for the purpose of a conversation and to dig in and to understand why somebody would still support him. Typically, it does come down to racism and bigotry and just sexism, misogyny, and all of the other isms that exist within the United States of America, right? Or within the world. And so that's usually what it comes down to. And the fact that for two streams in a row, all I have heard is deportation the entire time. 2 hours of just straight deportation last time. Okay. 30 minutes now of just straight deportation this time. That's racism and potentially xenophobia as well. Let me go ahead and read your next one. If you don't support anyone, then why are you only going after Trump day after day, but not Democrats? You don't pick a side because you don't want to lose. No, Jiwoo, I literally just called out the Democratic Party. Were you not just listening? Hakeem Jeffries has no motherfucking spine. Hakeem Jeffries literally said, don't expect an impeachment to come through for Pete Hegseth and his obvious violations of the law. Right? So don't come at me with your purity culture bullshit. Obviously, you are new here. You don't know shit about me. I do appreciate the $10 that you've paid just to make your stance and sound like an idiot. Like, I'm sorry, you are actually being dumb right now. The reason why I am talking about Trump day after day is because Donald Trump is the sitting president of the United States of America. In order for policy to be enacted in this country, it does have to be signed into law by the president of the United States. If he happens to veto it, the Republicans nor the Democrats in Congress have a majority in order to overturn a veto unless it came down to the Epstein files. So if you want to ask me again why I'm literally only talking about Donald Trump, he's the one that is responsible for passing legislation into law by signing it with his pen. Does that help, Jiwoo? Red says, release the files. Keep up the good work, girl. You're welcome. Oshi, thank you for the jewels. And M Turbo, thank you for the jewels. I don't know what else to tell you on that one. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Awesome. How old are you? 28. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? Yes, you are. What specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
So Trump, like, he's done a lot. So just give me a second. I'm not going to
Do
get
I need
to
to be
the
taking
deportation.
notes?
No. Sorry, I'm not going to get into deportations because I feel like everyone's talking about that and you're tired of that. But just like I'm going to list a couple things. Gas prices. I'm happy with the SNAP cuts they're doing.
You're awesome.
He has,
Okay,
as
so
some people disagree,
I
the
think I
Israel
missed the
war.
first one, but you said gas prices, SNAP cuts. Okay, and then you just said Israel.
Yeah, like he's like I'm not the biggest Trump supporter in the whole world. I
You're
support the president,
awesome.
no matter unless they're doing something completely immoral, which I truly don't believe he has done.
Just had to say that word. Okay, cool.
You
I
like
just want to be
honest, like
clear.
I'm
No, hold on,
sorry.
hold on. I just want to be clear. I just want to repeat. I want to make sure I'm not putting words in your mouth. You said
Yeah,
you
no problem.
don't believe that Donald Trump has done anything immoral.
Not really, no.
Okay. In which way? Based off of his policy or his person?
Well, we all know Trump isn't the perfect person, so I'm not gonna defend everything he's done personally. Like obviously he's done bad things. But as
And where are you
president,
basing your well, I mean, we can go down his line of presidency as well. Where are you basing your morality off of? Like, what are you basing it off of? Scripture, text?
so I am Christian, not the biggest Christian. I
Okay.
go to church a few times a year.
Mm-hmm.
I try to base it off of that,
Okay.
but I
Lem-
just try to go off of like right and wrong as
When's
much as I
the
can.
last time you read your Bible?
Read the Bible
Yeah.
probably 4 months, 5 months ago.
Okay. Did you ever get to Matthew's? Sorry, the book of
Well,
Matthew.
let me be specific. I'm telling you, I'm not the biggest. I didn't read it myself. I've been
Oh.
read to certain verses. I've never read through the
Okay.
entire Bible. So
Let me
if you're gonna
and I'm
get
gonna
specifics, I
point
don't
this
know.
out to you because you are the one who said you're okay with you like the snap cuts, right? Like you specifically said you like the snap cuts, correct?
Yes.
Cool. So this is Matthew 25 verses 35 through 40. I'm gonna read this to you. Okay?
Yeah, no problem.
And really, I don't even need to go
You're
past
awesome.
35, but I'm going to go ahead and continue on.
No
For
problem.
I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me. Then the righteous will answer him, Lord, When did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you? The king will reply, truly, I will tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. So how is it SNAP cuts, which takes away food security for millions of families within the United States of America, 42 million families, sorry, individuals in total benefit from SNAP benefits. So the SNAP benefit cuts are going to negatively impact those people that are food insecure. So tell me how cutting SNAP is godly in any way, or Christian, or
Well,
moral.
I wouldn't defend that it's godly. I would just say that
How is it
I
moral?
truly, because a lot of people are abusing the system.
Oh,
A
I'm
lot of
sorry.
able-bodied
Can you
people.
explain to me where within this God said that it's based off of if you are abusing the system? Can you explain to me where in this statement Jesus said that you should treat someone differently just based off the assumption that they are abusing the system? Where in these verses did it say you assumed someone was abusing it so they don't deserve it and you make that judgment?
Well, I don't think God would like people deceiving people and lying, which I believe these people are doing in order to get these benefits.
How do you know somebody is deceiving when I don't know if have you ever received SNAP benefits?
I have in the past, yes.
Yeah, so you know that they actually routinely watch you to see like who you like if your income has changed or anything like that. You are aware
No,
that they
no, no,
actually
no,
do
no, I
monitor
know
that.
that.
Yeah.
No, that part. I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about people refusing to work solely because they're getting SNAP
Oh,
benefits.
you do realize that the vast majority, and I believe the percentage is 86% of all individuals that receive SNAP benefits work. And by the way, that's 86% of 42 million. Out of that 42 million, that includes kids. Are you saying that kids should go to work?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So
not saying
then,
SNAP should
y-
be. No, wait,
y-
wait, wait. Let me just finish this. I'm not saying SNAP should be fully removed from every single
hmm.
person.
Hey,
I'm saying I
you were
like
looking.
to.
I just want to be clear. You were looking at me before you called the stream, right? Like before you called the number, you had to see me, right?
Yes, I was.
Do I have a disability?
No, but I don't see the relevancy of that.
Oh, okay. So you have determined by looking at me that I do not have a disability.
No, I said I don't know if you have a disability.
No, you actually said no.
Oh
You
no,
quite
sorry,
literally
I
said
misspoke. I misspoke.
no.
Then I'm sorry. I meant I don't know. I don't. I meant no. I don't see the relevancy. But no, I don't.
Yeah, you
I
said
don't know.
no,
Like
comma,
the
I don't see the relevancy. Right? So you already determined just by looking at me that I must not have a disability. So
Well,
you
I
are
guess
assuming
fine.
that every individual that you see that you have already presumed within your mind, you've already made a prejudgment, which by the way is also going against God's word. Just a
Yeah,
friendly
I'm.
reminder. Friendly
Yeah, we
reminder,
all say the
you automatically assuming and making the snap judgment that somebody is abusing the system
So
by
you're saying
looking
that
at them.
nobody's abusing the system?
It's
Is that
about
what you're claiming?
5%, and the majority of it's not even
You
abuse.
think only five
I'm not
percent
done.
abusing?
I'm literally trying to answer your question. The
Jesus.
abuse isn't even really abuse, right? It's the fact that states have either overpaid, short paid, or anything like that. And they haven't done that, right?
Yeah.
And that's
No,
the
I
thing.
mean
And
it's
they've
not good
shown that
enough.
they've miscalculated the benefits amount on the state level. And that's a them issue. It's more the state is the one that has issues and it's not the individuals themselves. How do you personally determine if someone is abusing SNAP benefits?
How do I determine if they're abusing it? So let's people that are refusing to work, because you're
How do
saying
you
that
know if someone is
86% of them.
refusing to work, sir?
I've seen it myself. I know you don't like
Oh,
anecdotes,
yeah,
but
you've
I've seen it
seen it
myself.
yourself. Okay. So, I don't know if you realize this, but if you assume that someone is abusing the system or they're abusing anything, there is a hotline number for that you can call to report them. Have you reported them? Because they're breaking the law?
I mean, I've seen it on TikTok.
Have
I've
you?
seen it on. No,
Oh,
I haven't. Why would I
TikTok.
report? I don't know them
Gotcha.
personally. I've seen it everywhere. I've seen
Gotcha.
it in
You just
person.
seen
Yes,
it
I'm
on
not gonna report
TikTok.
people.
So if
That's
you
not my
do
job.
you believe every video that you see on TikTok?
Do you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
That's why I asked you, because you're the one who cited a TikTok video as
I'm
your
saying that was
evidence
one
that you've
example.
seen.
Relax. That
So
was
we'll
one
try this
example.
again. Do you believe everything that you see on TikTok? Yes or no?
Obviously not. That was one example I was
Then why do
giving
you believe
you.
that? Then why do you
Well, I
believe
don't believe
that
everything, but
somebody
I
is
believe
abusing
I do
Snap
believe a lot of
because
things.
you saw a TikTok video? So you saw one
That
video
was
and you
one
said, "Oh yeah,
example.
they're definitely abusing that. I'm not even going
No,
to
that's
do
not
any
what I
research
did.
and look into it."
You asked me a question. I gave you one example. That's not that. Don't try to
That's one
twist what I'm
example.
saying.
You said, well, first you said I've seen it myself, right? Which sounds like that's something in personal experience, right? And then you even went on to expand upon that. And he's like, and you said specifically, I know you don't like anecdotes. And then I said, okay, so where
Yes,
have you seen it? And then you
and
said,
then I
well, it's a
said
TikTok video, which, and you
you.
said, and then you also said,
No,
well,
you
I
cut
haven't
me
seen it
off.
myself in
You
person, but I
spoke
saw it
over
on a
me.
TikTok
You spoke
video.
over me when I said, "Why would I report people? That's not my job. I'm not going to report people."
Well,
I
if
think
you're
the
so
system
worried,
should be
I think
because
then you're a
it's a
hypocrite.
water drop in the bucket. I'm not gonna.
If
I'm
you
not
were
gonna sue
actually,
everyone who
oh, it's
wants
a
drop in the
water
bucket.
drop in the bucket.
You don't think so? You think only 5%
Sorry,
of
that
people
was you
would not do
saying it
it?
was a water drop in the bucket for
You
why
don't
you
think
don't
you
report
don't think
people.
that's
No,
true?
hold on,
You
hold
don't
on.
think that's true?
I'm just going to point this out to everybody for you, okay? We're going to
You do not
literally
think that's
point this out for
great.
you. Okay? You
Okay.
literally just said that you wouldn't report anybody in your life that you would have
Mhm.
assumed that they
What's
were
the point?
abusing
Tell me what's
SNAP
the point?
benefits because it is a drop in the bucket
Exactly.
of the system. But
Yes.
you
What's the
are
point of reporting one person
celebrating the
when millions
fact
are
that
doing it?
SNAP benefits are being taken away from
Yes.
millions of American citizens, especially kids.
I would like the person that I've seen do it get it taken away from them too. I'm not personally going to do it because I'm not going to ruin one person when millions are doing it. I
Oh,
want
millions
everyone to
aren't
get it.
doing it, sir.
Yes, and if you don't think that, then I don't know. I
No.
don't know what's
Oh,
going
so
on
you
with
just
you.
agreed with me that millions aren't doing it. Thank you for
Are
your support. I said millions aren't doing it, sir. And you said yes. And if you think otherwise, you're silly. Like that's literally what you just said. So thank you for agreeing with me. His source is TikTok, to be clear. Skip, thank you for, I like that name too. Thank you for the floating hearts. Caesar, if you like, Caesar, I don't know where you're at, but it is Sunday at 3 p.m. For me. And I'm so sorry. Do most Americans work on Sunday? And if you're here commenting in my chat and you think that I should be at work on a Sunday, then holy crap, why the fuck? You're watching YouTube right now. Why are you not at work? Caesar, go back to work. Apparently you need a job. Gosh, dang. Skip, thank you again for the jewels. Oh, Jiwoo, I don't know if you noticed this, but you can actually see the date of my YouTube. And tell me who was president in January of 2025. Cool. I didn't like Joe Biden. I hope that helps. So, like, you could literally look. I only just made it because TikTok was going down. So I really hope that helps you. Congratulations. You got a real gotcha there, my girl. Oh no, she kept going, KJ. This is the best part. At this point, G Woo is a super fan, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Gregory, thank you again for the jewels. Hey guys, I don't support anyone, but tell me who you support so I can bash you and make myself seem brilliant. Straw man. You left off the quotation before you typed out straw man. It's actually not a straw man argument. I'd love for you to actually explain to me what the straw man fallacy is. It would actually be me misstating the claim that they made. This is why I make a point to actually reiterate the words that they say before I actually jump into anything that I say. So do you understand that that's actually me steel manning that argument? It's not a straw man. But that was a good tactic. That was a great try. Skip, thank you again. I appreciate that. Blindly supports any prez. What a lemming. Exactly, Teal. Exactly. Well, Ji Woo sent a lot more. I'm just going to wait to go back to her stuff for a minute. But Chenster says, fact, conservative Republicans are the pieces of on the earth, always have been, always will be. Well, Chenster, I think people that just blindly follow whoever is president fall under that category because you have to have some critical thinking. Debating a conservative Republican is like trying to teach a goldfish calculus. Actually, that is, change that to Trump voter, and I agree with you, or Trump supporter. I agree with you 100%. Can we get huge W's for Chenster in the chat though for those? Because those were that. Thank you. I was trying not to laugh when I saw them pop up on screen when that was coming up here, but hey. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. Is Ari the best way to your name, ma'am? I just want to make sure I get it right.
Yes.
Absolutely. My name's Haven. It's a pleasure to speak with you. I formerly was a Republican. I ran for office as a Republican and stopped caucusing back with the Republicans in 2016 and became a Democrat.
Oh, okay. So are you supporting Donald Trump?
No, ma'am, but I'm happy to tell you why I left the modern Republican Party because of the issues with the MAGA movement.
Sorry, it's a debate. I normally don't let people do that, but I think, you know what, I'll play
Nope.
for a moment.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, just keep it short. Let's try to keep this under 3 minutes. Go ahead.
3 minutes, no problem. I can do that. Good morning. My name is Haven. I previously was a Republican in Texas who ran for office. The reason I didn't is because the modern MAGA party, especially Donald Trump, does not weigh their successes in how they help people or their constituency, but how they do damage to others. And that is the particular flaw that has left me where I do not caucus with them at all.
Oh, dang, that was short, sweet, and to the point. Yeah, I agree, man.
Hey, can you tell I've had to do sound bites in the past?
It sounds like it, that's for sure. Yeah, and now
I came across your stream and was just interested to watch what you were going and watching as each caller, one after the other, talked about how, well, we're hurting other people. Well, that's not what we're supposed to do. Well, people are misusing the system. Okay, if 1% is misusing the system, why do we take it away from the 99?
because that's just the Republican way. We see one person,
That
assume one person is abusing it, so we take it away from 99 others.
You're right, but it's not the Republican way. It's the MAGA way. And that's the problem is because I'm still, in my mind, a conservative moderate, and the line has moved so far by the MAGA right that I became a liberal. And I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but I watched it happen in real time.
Hey man, I've got conservatives in my Discord server, and we have conversations all the time where we're actively going through and debunking and helping pull people out of cognitive dissidence of just believing in all the lies that are said. And someone shady in Twitch said that you have a golden voice.
Well, I did radio way back in the day, so I will tell people that as I watch this happen, a lot of that I've seen with these folks is just the fact that it's all about hurting people. It's all about doing as much damage as possible. When back in the day, I had the fortunate back in the day of meeting people like John McCain and Dick Cheney. Those folks were trying to make America better, not make America great again. It's not a matter of making it great again. It's a matter of how much of the propaganda from the Stasi's through modern day have you fallen for? Because the modern MAGA playbook is running the entirety of the propaganda campaign, going back as far as possible. When you're starting to pull things from the East German Stasi playbook, you shouldn't ever think you're a good guy.
Oh, no, 100% agree, and appreciate that as well. You have a great day, Haven.
Thank you so much for taking my call, and I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday.
You too. Bye. Yeah, I guess that explains Degan. He used to be on radio. That explains a lot. Thank you again for all of the jewels. Deborah, Craig, Vex, thank you for the 99. Ya boy, thank you for the jewels. Let's try and still be respectful to goldfish. Okay. LOL. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oris, thank you for the jewels. Trump supporters don't eat whole wheat eggs, and you can tell. That's a funny one, too. Yeah, W's to Haven in the chat for not falling into the propaganda machine. Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Yeah. That's where we're at now. Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Awesome. How old are you? Unfortunately, I can't have you on here because you are under 18. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hi, how old are you? Okay, Jacob. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? Okay, give me just 1 second. Hold on. All right, so you said because of his Christian beliefs. What Bible verse are you referring to?
Probably all of them, to be honest. I mean,
All of
mainly
them?
Mark, Luke. Well, the four main ones like Mark, Luke, Peter, John, all that good
Okay,
stuff.
well, let me go through Matthew and you tell me how Donald Trump specifically is upholding this, okay?
100%.
Matthew 25 verses 35 through 40. I'm going to read this to you, okay? For I was
Okay.
hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I needed clothes and you clothed me. I was sick and you looked after me. I was in prison and you came to visit me. And then the righteous
Yeah,
will
exactly.
answer
Your
him,
dad was
I'm not
thirsty.
done. Thank you. Then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you? The king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. So how is the fact that Donald Trump is actively
100%.
stripping away?
So,
I'm
so
not.
yeah, Trump would be in this scenario. Trump would be the passerby talking about how the Lord is hungry, how the Lord needs food or shelter, whatever. And I mean, Charlie Kirk was shot by a transgender shooter while Charlie Kirk was trying to talk about transgender rights. I mean, it's very important that we as a nation, you know, we don't allow people to make fun of this death. And now we've got people on YouTube, kind of like yourself. I mean, looking like school shooters, talking about politics like they think they know what they're talking about,
Oh,
but
okay.
they really just want to shoot up a school. Did you have any thoughts on that?
No, you didn't answer anything that I just asked. You just tried to divert and pivot the
Oh,
conversation.
no,
So
I
let me try
wasn't
this
really
because you actually
trying
cut
to
me
make
off
sense.
when I was trying to specify my question to you here. And also like holy misinformation word vomit that you just uttered there. So can you tell me how Donald Trump and his active stances on stripping away SNAP benefits and also refusing to pay SNAP benefits for the month of November for the beginning, the first 2 weeks, which out of the contingency funds, how that is following exactly what Jesus Christ the King said, where he said specifically, for I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. And let me reiterate this part. Truly, I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. So how is Donald Trump refusing to pay out SNAP benefits at the beginning of November, directly defying court orders from multiple judges? How is that him being Christian-like?
Well, Trump has made it very clear that he doesn't support anyone like that is against America, or more importantly, that is weak.
Hey, can you tell me what's your favorite flavor of truck?
Of truck. I drive a Pacifica, but
You
I
are
don't.
able to answer a direct question. Thank you. Jesus, for fuck's sakes. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
36.
36. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, yeah.
What specifically has Donald Trump done that is in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
In his 11 months in office?
Yes.
Well, yeah, at the beginning it said that why do I support Trump? I was going to go through that, but
No,
yeah, since the
actually, so yeah, that's what the stream says. And then I asked you, do you still support Donald Trump? Am I not allowed to have a follow-up question on my own live that drives the
well, I just
conversation?
wanted to explain why. I never explained why I
I don't care
support
about
Trump.
why you support him. I care about what has he
Oh,
done
sure.
to earn your continued support 11 months into his current administration.
Okay.
Does that help?
That does help. I mean, I'm supporting him less than I did, but I still have a lot of support for him. I still support him now because compared to anyone else, he's the best thing we have out there. He's the most
Oh,
liberal
who else?
conservative.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm just curious, real quick. Who else could we vote into office today, December 7th, 2025, to take the place of Donald Trump, we the people?
No one.
Oh, no one. So do you see
Yeah,
how
because
it's actually
it's not
just
election
sorry,
season.
it's actually intellectually dishonest to say he's the best option that we have. Sir, he's already in office. When was the election?
Sure.
Do you remember when was the last election?
It was November 5th
November 5th
last year.
of last year. So we are
Yeah.
1 year, 1 month, 2 days out from the last election. So it is intellectually
Yeah.
dishonest of you to say he's the best option that we have when there are no other options here. Your option is you
Well,
support him or you don't. You don't have a choice between candidates. You don't get to
sure.
reelect him in 2028. That doesn't
Yeah.
answer. That does not answer the question about what has he done to earn, like in his 11 months in office, to earn your continued support.
The peace deals?
Which ones? Can you name all of the wars that he's claimed to have ended?
India, Pakistan, Indonesia, and what was that? Was it Cambodia?
Wrong on that one.
Yeah, it was Cambodia was one of them. And then there was the Iran-Israel war, the 12-day war. He started the peace negotiations with Gaza. Aren't they having that summit in Qatar today?
I
Wasn't that
believe
earlier
so.
today? Yeah, I was watching that interview with the Qatari prime minister earlier.
Yeah,
And
Qatar gets their hands in all bunch of pots. They're a very interesting country, I believe. Like,
well,
and I don't
they're
mean that in a
negotiating
negative way.
Russia.
They definitely.
Yeah,
Sorry, we've ended
they're
the
negotiating
war.
Russia, Ukraine.
No, they're not.
No, Qatar is.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about the US. I was gonna say no,
Oh,
no, we're not. Like, we haven't done shit for them.
we're actually, that's probably one of the best reasons to support Trump, because he's actually trying to do actual peace negotiations instead of telling the prime minister of Ukraine not to speak to Russia. That was a dumb move by Biden. And that
Prime
was,
Minister of Ukraine?
oh, sorry, president. Yeah, I forgot that it's not a prime minister.
Yeah, what
But
is it, Prime Minister or
you know,
President of Russia? I'm just
it's
curious.
they're both technically they're both presidents.
It's
Yeah.
not technically, it just is. That's the highest level position.
So
I don't see. Thank
is
you.
the
I
president of
don't think.
Ukraine even eligible to still be president? Because wasn't the election supposed to happen last year and he canceled elections? Because
No. Are you aware of what their constitution says?
I haven't read their whole constitution, but
Okay.
I
So
do
what
know that
their
they stopped
constitution says,
elections.
yeah, I'm going to help you out with this because he's actually just following their constitution. Their constitution states that if they are in wartime, that they cannot hold elections. And the reason why they can't hold elections because any individual that is of age in the country of Ukraine is able to and is encouraged to run for the office of president. It doesn't matter like wear or anything like that. Like, just they are supposed to run for the office of president. Like, they're encouraged to do so. And so, because they're in an active wartime, the idea that any man that could be an enlisted soldier on the battlefield can run for office, they can't campaign from the battlefield, right? Because that could expose their position and all of these other things for why they can't do it. So that's why it's actually actively included in Ukraine's constitution that if they are actively in war, elections are suspended. So do you want him to be a dictator and overthrow his own constitution and engage in tyranny? Is that what you want?
Yeah, it just seems kind of convenient.
No, it's not, quote, convenient, sir. It is literally following the letter of their constitution, of their country, that they formed, that they wrote, and they put it all together and put it out there. So do you want him to be an authoritarian, or do you want him to follow the letter of the law that was already agreed upon by their elected government officials in their country? And how is it convenient for them to be in war that they didn't ask for, that another country literally invaded them? That's convenient?
It was convenient for a president who's isn't
Sir,
most of
this
his
would have
cabinet like
happened
under
if Joe
investigation
Smith,
for
sir,
all this
this would have
all
happened
this
if
money in
Joe
their drawers? You
Smith,
saw those videos?
hi, this would have happened if Joe Smith was fucking president of Ukraine, right? It doesn't matter who it is. It's because it's literally written into their governing constitution that if you are in a declared wartime, you do not get to run elections because of how they do their presidential campaigns and their elections in the country of Ukraine. So what you're basically telling me is
Well,
that
from an
if you're
outsider,
so,
from an
oh my
outsider's
God, are
perspective,
you
it's
okay?
why
I'm done. Y'all are just so dumb. But Ari, I would rather just listen what Fox News and Newsmax spoon feed me than do junior high level research. It's easier and reaffirms my bigotry, Trump supporter. Valid. This is the same thing, like the same argument that we get of individuals that are railing against the members of Congress that are representing the Democratic Party that made a minute and 10-second video reminding active duty service members not to follow unlawful orders. Define unlawful. Goes against the law. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? How old are you? Are you still supporting Donald Trump? Okay, thank you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Awesome. How old are you? 50. Didn't I hang up on you earlier? Cool. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? I tried, Coco. Thank you. Okay. The brain is smooth with this one, referring to the last caller. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hi, how old are you? All right, we'll just go through some pieces of news here while we're just trying to find somebody. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Just do it again. I really don't care. If I already hung up on you, there's a reason. Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? How old are you? 25. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? Okay. And what exactly has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, he has ended 8 wars in just 8 months.
8 wars in 8 months. Fantastic. Can you list all 8 wars? Go.
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool.
The 8 wars he has ended are, in fact, with Israel and Iran, Pakistan and India, Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Thailand, Cambodia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Egypt, Ethiopia, and Serbia and Kosovo.
Awesome.
Thank
Can
you.
you tell
the last
me,
one is
tell
kind
me,
of a weird
tell
name. I'm sorry.
me.
What was you asking?
What exactly was going on between Egypt and Ethiopia that Donald Trump, quote, ended?
Well, I'm not exactly the type to keep up on a lot of that, as I'm a very busy person. I work day to day as a truck driver.
Oh, so you just
But I
believe
can
Donald
say this
Trump when
much
he
to know it
says,
has to do.
okay. So you just believe Donald Trump when he said, I've ended these wars, and he said it, so therefore it must be true? Is that what's happening?
No. So the thing about wars in other countries is there is a North Atlantic Treaty Organization between the United States and multiple countries. So one of those countries
Is Egypt and
is in NATO, and now there are other. Yes.
I'm sorry.
You forgive me, I've been up for about maybe an hour, and I just randomly see your stream, so.
Yeah, so which of these 2 countries is in NATO? Egypt or Ethiopia?
I do believe it would be, I think it's Egypt. It's been as I said, I'm still waking the hell up. I just randomly saw your stream, so.
I'm going to help you out with something. Neither of them are in NATO.
All
right. So here, I'm going to help you out with what was happening between
I got
Egypt
this.
and
I got this.
Ethiopia. Well, sir, I actually do know what was going on between
Yeah,
Egypt
Ethiopia's
and...
Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam was completed, so there was like a whole 12 years of disagreement over it. And the former minister on, I think it was June 29th, he talked with like the Ethiopian like people. I can't remember who it was, and they had pretty much grounded the whole thing to like pretty much a fucking halt. And pretty much he had to go there and deal with them because they were wanting to build a dam, and that's pretty much what I got from it. What do you know about it?
Yeah, the dam was already built. And it's a diplomatic dispute that is still ongoing today because it was built. And it has never once escalated to threats of violence or threats of war. So it's not even a, quote, war that you could even give him credit for, quote, ending, because all he did was make a call and say, hey, when you guys figure out, because he didn't go there to solve this war, right? He had a conference there when it came to Israel and Gaza, right? But not for that, okay? That's when he went to Egypt. And he basically just said, hey, cut me in on your trade route whenever you guys get this shit sorted. But he's claiming to have ended a war, but they are still having diplomatic disputes to this day in regards to everything that's going on between them and Ethiopia and the issues with the dam on the Nile River. Now, can you tell me what was happening between Serbia and Kosovo in the year 2025 that Donald Trump ended?
Yeah, so apparently he's claimed to have prevented an outbreak of hostilities between Serbia and Kosovo.
Claim to have. Okay, got it. So claim. So unsubstantiated.
Yeah, I haven't really read much up about it. I've just heard about the claims, and then
Yeah,
I've
the
read a little bit of
last
the
time.
titles. I
Yeah, no,
haven't really
actually, I
got into it.
think I just want to help you out with something. What actually was happening is Donald Trump is he's confusing the years because he did actually get Serbia and Kosovo to sign a deal back in 2020 when in his first term in office. But now he's giving himself credit for it in 2025, claiming that he's ended this war, and he just knows that people are not going to look it up. He literally didn't do anything in the year of 2025 for Serbia and Kosovo. Now, when it comes to India and Pakistan, right? Did you listen to the Pakistani's prime minister's speech at the United Nations back in August? August or September?
No, I was quite busy throughout August actually. I
Cool.
work for a
So
nonprofit and I drive truck for helping out small communities in
Good for
Phoenix.
you.
So
Awesome,
I'm a
actually.
very busy guy. So I apologize if I don't keep up with the news.
Okay.
A
Well,
lot of it's
I
just
always
depressing
suggest.
nowadays, but
No, I agree. I always just suggest to people that maybe don't make claims that you haven't done the research on. So when it comes to India and Pakistan, right? So while Donald Trump most assuredly did call the Pakistani prime minister and be like, dude, you're going to have to work something out with India, right? That's as far as it went, was him calling him and being like, do this, or, I'm going to do all these tariffs, right? I'm going to do all these tariffs. You better make that phone call to Modi in India, right? And Prime Minister Modi has always been extremely vocal this entire time that he never had a phone call with Donald Trump in regards to ending said war, because Donald Trump has purported that he ended the war and that he spoke to leaders of both countries. And we know that to be not true based off of own phone records and shit like that that's actually been released, right? And so Modi's been like, no, he didn't do shit. This was me calling the prime minister of Pakistan, me agreeing to sit down and meet with him in another country and having these negotiations and figuring shit out. This was me, right? And I'm not going to give Modi credit for it. Pakistan certainly gets credit as well for engaging in the negotiations, right? But threatening tariffs is not a peace deal, nor is it ending wars. It just is starting a trade war, threatening a
well, it
war
has
of a
nothing to
different
do
kind.
with
Can you
those
tell
countries. It
me?
has to do with us. Yeah,
Yeah.
what is it?
Can you tell me when? Do you believe in participation trophies?
Oh, absolutely not. I believe you should work for what you deserve because, see, the thing is, if you look at how children are raised in schools nowadays versus back when you actually work to get a trophy, it's completely different. I don't believe in them simply because you should not be rewarded for your efforts. Now, it is a totally different matter if you need the help, but if you are just not, it's a whole different subject.
Cool. So can you tell me then? Can you tell me this? Then why, if we know that Donald Trump didn't write the peace agreement, he didn't write the framework for it, only called one side of said war, didn't do anything in Egypt, Ethiopia, didn't do anything this year in Serbia and Kosovo, really didn't even participate in the first round of the peace agreement that was done between Thailand and Cambodia, the first round, right? Didn't do anything really with Armenia and Azerbaijan aside from host. Barely did anything with the DRC and Rwanda previously because, again, people were still dying after the peace agreement. And actively participated in the war with Israel against Iran. And between Israel and Gaza, we saw that the entire time the Israeli government and Hamas were continuing going like the ceasefires on again, off again, on again, off again, on again, off again.
Well, a lot of the.
And hey, I'm not done. Let me.
Go ahead.
I know I just said a lot, and I'm going to get to my question. I would love for you to explain to me how, when he didn't actively do anything with those and didn't make sure that these said wars were actively over, hint, hint, is Israel and Gaza. How is that not a participation trophy that you are attempting to give Donald Trump right now for him actually not doing anything and just making a phone call, didn't draft the agreements?
Well, see, that is an interesting question, and I'll answer it. So, Israel and Hamas have been at each other for how long? Hey, do you know how long they've been at each other? Because as much as I know, the Israel and Hamas thing is not a very good thing because Hamas keeps a lot of civilians captive to take over more territory on the Gaza Strip, and it's mainly done by these radicalized Muslims who believe in the most evil things. I mean, my goodness, how evil it can be now.
Are you aware that the Israeli government actively funds Hamas?
Yes, I am actually aware. I'm actually aware of a lot of the corruption with Netanyahu on that, actually.
And he's not just the Israeli government, though. Like, Netanyahu is absolutely abhorrent and needs to show up in front of the ICJ and face time for his fucking war crimes. But yeah, that's how not to answer my question for 1,000. Thank you. So can you tell me what exactly Donald Trump has done in these instances? Like, be very specific how he deserves his participation trophy that you're giving him?
Well,
or that he gave himself, really.
Well, that's interesting. See, if he did not, in fact, do anything for that, he does not deserve a participation trophy at all.
Oh, sorry, sir. No, the way that you described a participation trophy was just like you got like kids these days just get trophies for just showing up. And that's what Donald Trump did. When you make a singular phone call to one leader, but you don't make it to the other one, that's just, quote, showing up. When you didn't draft the peace agreement, that's just, quote, showing up. When you're not the one who made them sign the plan, that's just, quote, showing up. When you host,
then he doesn't deserve
I'm not
the
done.
credit then.
Oh, okay, then don't give him credit.
Right.
Simple. Case
now,
closed. So can you take it back that Donald Trump has ended 8 wars because that's a participation trophy you're trying to give him?
I mean, I need to do more research on it, but so far I'll say, yeah, why not? I need to do more research to be certain, but so far, why not?
Okay.
Now your stream said, why do I support Trump?
I asked why people still support him 11 months into his presidency.
Because look at COVID in 2020. Look at
I'm
the
sorry,
amount
how
of
long ago was C-19? Was that within the last 11 months?
Oh, 11 months. Okay. In the past 11 months, not only has he done that, he has cut down on fraud with banks, cut down with fraud on a lot of government assistance, Section 8, food stamps. Now, there are
do you think
not
that
a lot of people who do fraud, but it is good to cut down on it because people take advantage of it to the point they make a whole business and then they just get caught because they're stupid, and then they go away from it for a while. But that's just from what I've heard about, seen, wondered why some people get arrested, read up on it. There you go.
I'm curious. Do you think that banks should be able to charge exorbitant overdraft fees?
Absolutely not.
Then why
it's
did
not right to the consumer.
Then why did Trump end the Biden era rule that allowed them not to overcharge overdraft fees?
I'm sorry. Can you run that by me one more time? I couldn't make out all that. A little bit of static.
Okay, just want to make sure. Well, I'll repeat the original question. Do you think that it's okay for banks to charge exorbitant overdraft fees?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, so it's not okay for them to overcharge on overdraft fees. Awesome. Then can you explain to me why Donald J. Trump ended the Biden era policy that made it so banks could no longer overcharge in overdraft fees?
Well, I'm not a politician, so no, I can't answer that. But I can say that it's not right. I mean, in certain areas, because why would you want to write a bill to make it to where banks are not allowed not to overcharge you, meaning they are allowed to overcharge you? That's just not right.
I'm sorry. Are you saying that you're going to have to rephrase that one entirely? That's insane. I didn't understand that one.
I'm basically agreeing with you on the fact that they should not be overcharging people with overcharged drafts. Matter of fact, the bank that I go through, First National, I do not, under any circumstance, pay an overdraft fee. If I don't have the money in my account, I don't pay it.
Yeah.
Because the moment you borrow, the Bible even tells you in Proverbs that the borrower is slave to the lender. Like that's just dumb to want to borrow from somebody unless you're doing it to make more money. It's not worth it. Even then, it's better to buy it out. If you can't buy it 3 times, you can't afford it. That's just how my philosophy on buying things. If I can't buy it 3 times, I can't afford it. That's just life.
That's valid. I would agree with that one with you there. Yeah, I just don't think like there's a point where I say that overdraft should just not be allowed and it shouldn't be used. It's not a loan, right? Because they charge you an extra fee.
Well,
So for
you are aware
example,
that banks are designed to take your money, right? Like that's how banks have always been designed. They're not meant to help you. They're meant to take your money. Why do you think they're trying to push to get rid of cash so much? Why do you think Great Britain is doing digital IDs now? Like, there's all sorts of stuff
I
going
was
on.
just getting to that one, Jen. I wanted to go ahead and give an example. I can't remember if it's actually still their policy, but I do know it used to be. Like banks are actually like for one, they're not designed to take your money. They're designed to hold your money. Just to be clear, that's actually not what they were originally designed for. But like PNC Bank is probably the worst one when it came to overdraft fees, and this policy, the Biden era policy, would have certainly affected them the most, is because they have, I think it was a $32 overdraft fee for it as soon as you overdraft, right? For every occurrence of overdrafting. And if your account remains in the negative, they charge you $7 a day for every day that your account is in the negative. And see, that would have been
that's just not
stopped
right.
by the Biden era policy. Well, listen, I'm going to be clear. Just don't bank with PNC Bank. They're, honest to God, they're shit for that. Like, that's just my personal opinion. And if that is still their policy, the Biden era ruling, which hadn't gone into effect yet, but was supposed to go into effect early 2025. And then Donald Trump overturned it entirely. It's $36 a day now. Yeah.
That's tragic.
And by the way, that's for every occurrence. So let's say that you had another $2 charge or like a subscription that came out after your $180 payment that came out. That would have been a $36 on for just a $2 overdraft, right?
Well, I don't
Just
know
as
if
an
first
example. And
Harvest
then
Harvest changed it. In Arkansas, there's I used to live in Arkansas. That's where I grew up. I moved to Phoenix in Arizona to get away from all my crazy family, but they have a bank out there that's local called Arvest. They actually charge you $100 for a $14 overdraft. Anything under that, it's like $75.
well, I'm just saying that Biden era policy would have stopped that. And Donald Trump said, nah, we're going to make that so it's never going to go into effect and not affect the banks.
Well, another thing that, go ahead. You were speaking first. I shouldn't have cut you off.
Go ahead.
Sure. Awkward tension there. So, when in 2020, when COVID hit, the thing I liked about how things went in 2020 was Trump actually cut taxes in 2020. And I know that for a fact because I was a truck driver in 2020. I drove locally, and then when I turned 21, I drove over the road. And when I drove, I actually enjoyed the fact that my taxes were a lot less. I was paying around $200 to $300 on a $1,500 check. However, and that's just in taxes. So whenever Biden got in the first month after he got elected, my taxes doubled to nearly about $400 or $500.
I'm gonna have to pause you for a second.
Check,
I'm gonna pause you for a second. Okay.
Yeah.
What bill did Trump sign into law in 2020 that lowered the taxes? I'm curious.
I do not actually remember the bill.
I'm going
in
to help you
particular.
out. There wasn't one, right? So
No,
you would have
because he
been.
wasn't in office. Biden got in office after Trump got out.
When did
you have
when did
time in
Biden
between.
leave office? Or when did
Trump didn't leave till January, and then Biden got in.
January what year?
It would have been 2021, because 2020 would have been when Trump's in, and then January 2021 is when Biden would have got in.
Perfect. Okay,
I don't know the exact day because
that's what
my days are crazy. So.
Okay, so what I had asked you is what bill did Trump sign in 2020 that lowered taxes? The reason why you can't think of one is because the answer is there isn't one. He signed the TCJA December of 2017 to go into effect January 1st, 2018. Now tell me, what executive order or bill did Biden sign within his first month of presidency in 2021 that raised your taxes?
Look, I can't remember, but I know my
Because there
taxes went
isn't
up.
one.
Well,
I
then
don't know.
explain how taxes go up on a bill when they shouldn't. Okay? And
Because
it's
the
federal,
lower
it's not
tax
state.
rates, sir, the lower tax rates were only in effect for the first 2 years, and then they incrementally went up every single year afterwards, because that's how the TCJA was written. That was on purpose. So your taxes went up because that was the design of the TCJA. No bill, no piece of legislation, because to be clear, executive orders can't affect taxes. So no bill was passed by the Biden administration at any point that affected taxes for normal individuals such as yourself that don't make over $1 million. The only bill that affected taxes for the ultra wealthy was the Infrastructure and Jobs Act, because it included in there a tax credit for corporations if they made over $1 million, or sorry, tax credit for corporations if they invested into solar energy, and also a hike on corporations if they made a cumulative $100 million 3 years in a row for something else exactly, but that was it. Sorry, it was 100 million actually. So there was nothing, no bill, no piece of legislation that Joe Biden signed at any point during his time that affected the tax rate on the lower middle class or the working class American citizens. There is literally nothing.
Well,
We
wasn't
were
exactly no saint,
operating,
but that's besides the point.
we were operating under the TCJA throughout the entirety of Joe Biden's presidency.
That's interesting. I'll have to read up on that a little bit more. Can I ask you, where do you get your sources on that? I like to read up on it.
Sure. You can find it from the IRS.gov. Right, you can read into the TCJA policy from there. The Tax Policy Center, the taxfoundation.org. Right, these are like 3 primary places that I actually go to. How about even the bill itself on congress.gov? That's probably the best one that I can encourage you to go look at, is the bill itself, the piece of legislation itself. Download it, put it into ChatGPT if you needed to, and ask it questions from there. If you don't understand the legalese, it'll break it down to you in more simple terms, because not everybody can understand legalese, and that's fine. You don't need to, right? That's why the attorneys are there, right? But it's literally like, go download the TCJA itself from congress.gov and look at that. That's probably the best one to do it. You can also look at irs.gov, Tax Policy Center, taxfoundation.org. Also, guys, if you want to know how I get my news, I go to Ground News. If you go to groundnews.com and you purchase their Vantage plan, you can get 40% off using my code MERMAYARI at checkout.
Yeah, I just use Fox. I look at CNN every now and then, but I don't trust CNN. I mean, they have
I
the
don't
shit they
like
say they
either
lie.
of the companies that you just named.
Oh, I know, but I like Fox.
Yeah, that tracks. Well, sir,
yeah,
have a good one.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Yearly, thank you for the $1. Grease Monkey Dan says, honestly, I could care less about this question. You can do nothing about it now. It serves no purpose aside from just making arguments that lead to nothing. I don't know about great content, but if love what you do, then sure. So Dan, I do enjoy the content, or sorry, I do enjoy the conversations that I have. I do enjoy having asking these questions and digging into just the standard mindset of a regular Republican or Trump voter. And I do these because I do enjoy it. Also, it is highly informative. The reason why I do this primarily, though, is from an educational standpoint, where I do like debunking and breaking down the misinformation that is flooding our news center. So, for example, I know you're probably no longer here, Dan, but I do want to thank you for the 20. For example, the last guest just admitted that he watches Fox News, and that tracks for how he just had Fox News talking points this entire time. Sure, Hector, we can try. Let me make sure what Polly's doing. But and so breaking down the disinformation and misinformation that is purposely put out there into the news media, I think is important. And helping people find correct sources and how to correctly look into things. I'm not necessarily going to call it research, but at least doing surface level looking is a good idea. Not just believing whatever you're told on a news media channel. Okay. So and that's kind of what I do here, and I do show my sources as well. I don't show them every single time, especially if it's on something that I've done every single time. I don't put it up there constantly. Thank you, Sage, for the jewels. Thank you, Hem, for the Sunday. Shady says, I watch Fox News usually means I actively avoid anything not Fox News. That's true. Also, guys, can we get huge? I just put it up there as soon as it was sent. I didn't get a chance to thank Il for this, but Il, if you are still around, thank you so much for that 50. It means a lot to me. We didn't get any new members this stream. No new subs, no new super fans, nothing like that. And that's okay. Didn't get any direct donations either. We just got some from here, and I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Everything seems to have died off, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end it for the day. It is Sunday. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. You might see me on a MAGA panel with my good friend Hector over on the Tiki Talk streets. So watch out for that. Jackie, I use Ground News. Oh, Tyra, thank you so much for gifting a subscription to Vegan. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much, guys. If you guys haven't hit that follow button or that subscribe button on any of the platforms, do it now. After you hit that follow or subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you get notified exactly when I go live. And you guys, if you're going to go watch, he was in the chat. Hector, somebody wants to find you, so type in the chat again. Yeah, hit that bell notification icon so you know exactly when I go live and you'll get notified for it. So you guys have a great rest of your day over on the tubes and Twitch. I will see you guys back online tomorrow at 7 p.m. Well, actually, I might not be live tomorrow. Hold on. I might not be live tomorrow. Yes, KJ, Ground News. I might not be live tomorrow. I might be building a desk. If you want to know for sure if I will be going live, join my Discord. It's in the link tree in my bio. If it doesn't work the first time that you click it, then copy paste the link into a web browser. It will work. Cabin, if you have someone in mind, type it out and I will. So